Good evening. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday. I'm Whit Johnson. We begin tonight with breaking news. The flash flood tragedy in Central Texas. The death toll soaring amid growing uncertainty and anguish. And late today, authorities issuing new flood warnings in some of those same hard-hit areas. Across the state of Texas, the staggering numbers. More than 75 people killed, including more than 24 children, as fast-moving floodwaters overwhelm campgrounds and communities. And so many are still missing, including girls from a Christian summer camp. But tonight, we're also seeing the emotional reunions and hearing harrowing tales of survival. This time-lapse video showing just how quickly the Llano River swelled, overwhelming the area in just 10 minutes, leaving those nearby only seconds to escape. Now the urgent search for survivors, hundreds already rescued. Our Maria Villarreal is in the air with the U.S. Coast Guard as they aid in the rescue efforts. And tonight, President Trump saying he plans to visit the state later this week. We have team coverage. Our Chief National Correspondent Matt Gutman leads us off from Kerrville, Texas.
Tonight, with the floodwaters receding, that death toll mercilessly rising. More than 75 people are reported dead and 41 confirmed missing after that early morning July 4th deluge sent a flood wave that swallowed riverside camps and communities. Up to a foot of rain raised the Guadalupe River 26 feet in less than an hour. And a wall of water and debris tearing through Camp Mystic, where 750 girls were spending July 4th, dozens of children and counselors trapped in their bunks as the waters coursed through the camp. And tonight, 10 girls and 1 counselor still reported missing. And as the water filled her home, Rachel Sanchez making this desperate plea.
I have my dad on hospice and I need to get him out of here. He's bedridden, he can't walk, he can hardly move, and look where the water is. So somebody please, we've called 911.
Rachel and her family eventually making it out to safety. That is hundreds of first responders using boats, scouring stadium-sized debris fields for the stranded. Flying helicopters too, reaching people clinging to tree canopies.
Our goal is to rescue those in peril and find those who are lost.
Aerial images showing the devastation, trees toppled, bridges severely damaged. And across the area, hundreds of submerged vehicles being searched.
You may be able to see that red car being pulled out of that spillway right now. You can see how much mud is inside of it. Some of the people who helped dig it out said it took hours to dig out, and they believe there's a body still inside there.
Scraping through the mud, they didn't find anyone. We then followed a team of searchers into a forest smashed by the flood.
This is like walking through a jungle of debris. Everywhere you look, you see signs of where people had been camping or driving. And first responders here have to pick through all of this, trying to find the telltale signs of a body.
And tonight, growing questions about alerts and evacuations. The Texas Department of Emergency Management had warned of continued heavy rainfall and flash flooding threats 2 days before the disaster. And tonight in traumatized Kerrville, new alerts.
To most people in the area, flash flooding would mean one thing, not what it turned out to be.
Today, President Trump approving a major disaster declaration for the area. FEMA now on the ground to assist. Among the victims who lost their lives, Dr. Catherine Eads was camping in an RV with her husband. The pair separated in the floodwaters. Catherine's family saying her life was cut far too short. She was an incredible wife, daughter, mother, grandmother, and person who spent her life helping kids. Heart of the Hills camp remembering their director, Jane Ragsdale, for her strong, joyful spirit. And 27-year-old Julian Ryan, who leaves behind 2 young sons. His family saying he tried to break through a window as the waters rose inside their trailer, suffering a severe cut to his arm. His last words to his fiancée were, "I love you, I'm so sorry." His sister saying he didn't die in vain, he died a hero.
It's just devastating, but Whit, I want to give you a sense of the power of those floodwaters. What you're seeing behind me is a 53-foot wide, 30-foot tall stage that belonged to part of a July 4th festival. It was swept downriver like a bath toy. Now it's wrapped against those trees, and you can see it's drizzling right now. We've been receiving emergency alerts on our phones, and at this point, officials are saying that any amount of rainfall is potentially life-threatening because the ground here is so very saturated. Whit.
That devastation just unimaginable. Matt Gutman, thank you. And tonight,